There is a fire burning in your chest right now. I can feel it. You are replaying a conversation in your head. You are remembering the moment someone looked down on you. You are remembering the moment they insulted you, betrayed you, or treated you like an option. And your instinct, your animal instinct, is screaming for justice. You want to go back. You want to call them. You want to send that long text message explaining why they are wrong. You want to scream until they understand your pain. You think that if you can just find the right words, you can win. You think that if you argue loud enough, you can force them to respect you. But let me tell you the brutal truth that your ego does not want to hear. Every word you say to someone who disrespects you is a gift. When you argue, you are giving them your energy. When you explain yourself, you are giving them your time. When you get angry, you are giving them your power. You think you are fighting back, but in reality, you are feeding the beast that is eating you alive. Disrespect is like a fire. Fire needs oxygen to burn. Your reaction, your anger, your need to be right. That is the oxygen. As long as you stay in the room and fight, the fire grows. It consumes you. It burns your house down. So, how do you punish a fire? Do you scream at it? Do you try to hit it? No. You remove the oxygen. You walk away. Walking away is not fleeing. Running away is an act of fear. Walking away is an act of dominion. It is the ultimate power move. It is you saying without a single word, you can no longer afford access to my reality. Today, we are going to learn the dark art of the strategic withdrawal. We are going to learn why your absence is the only punishment a narcissist or a toxic person understands. We are going to teach you how to disappear so completely that your silence haunts them louder than any scream ever could. But be warned, this path requires a level of self-control that most men do not possess. It requires you to kill your ego. It requires you to swallow the poison of injustice and transmute it into power. Are you ready to stop barking and start biting? Before we open the gate, look around. The internet is full of noise. It is full of drama. Most people clicking on this video are looking for a magic trick. They want to know how to manipulate people or how to play games. If that is you, please close this video. Go watch something else. Go back to the circus. We are not here to play games. We are here to cultivate the warrior spirit. I am speaking to the few, the ones who are tired of being undervalued, the ones who are ready to build a fortress of self-respect that no one can breach. If you are one of the few, if you are ready to step into the dojo and learn the discipline of the silent master, then leave a sign of your presence. Click the like button. Do not do it for the algorithm. Do it as a handshake. Do it as a signal to yourself and to me that you are entering this class with a focused mind. You are paying the tuition of attention. Are we in agreement? Good. Now, let us analyze the crime scene. Why do they do it? Why does your boss talk down to you? Why does your partner ignore your needs? Why do your friends make jokes at your expense? You tell yourself, they are bad people. Or, they don't understand me. Or maybe if I do more for them, they will see my value. Stop. You are thinking like a victim. I want you to think like an economist. All human interaction is a transaction. It is a marketplace. In this marketplace, you are the product. Your time, your attention, your love, your loyalty. These are the assets you are selling. Disrespect is simply the market telling you that your price is too low. Think about it. If you walk into a luxury store, Hermes or Rolls-Royce, do you see the customers screaming at the staff? Do you see people throwing the merchandise on the floor? No. Why? Because the price is high. Because the environment commands respect. Because they know that if they misbehave, they will be escorted out by security immediately. Now, imagine a flea market or a discount bin. People dig through the pile. They throw things around. They haggle. They complain. They treat the product like trash because the product is cheap and because the product has no protection. If you are being consistently disrespected, it is because you have set up your life like a discount bin. You are always available. You forgive every mistake instantly. You answer the phone on the first ring, even when you are busy. You tolerate the small jokes because you don't want to be difficult. You have taught them that access to you is cheap, or worse, free. And in the laws of human nature, which are as old as gravity, we do not respect what is free. When someone disrespects you, they are essentially testing the electric fence. Imagine a child poking a fence. First, they touch it lightly. A small sarcastic comment. A small delay in replying to your text. They wait. Did they get shocked? Did you walk away? Did you enforce a boundary? No. You laughed it off. You complained, but you stayed. So the child thinks, the fence is off. There is no electricity here. So next time they push harder, they cancel plans last minute, they insult your dreams. Again, you stay. You argue. You cry, but you stay. Now they know, I can do anything to this person. They are addicted to me. They have nowhere else to go. Disrespect is not an accident. It is a pattern of permission. You have signed a contract with them. The contract says, you can treat me like garbage and I will pay you with my loyalty. Why would they change? From an economic standpoint, they have the best deal in the world. They get all the benefits of your presence without paying the cost of respecting you. So the first step in the art of walking away is not physical movement. It is a mental audit of your own value. You must look in the mirror and admit the painful truth. I am being treated this way because I am still here. You are the one keeping the store open. You are the one letting them loot the building. You think you are being loyal. You think you are being patient. No, you are being afraid. You are afraid that if you raise the price, the customer will leave. And let me tell you something. You are right. The customer will leave. The cheap customer, the parasite, the vampire. They cannot afford the new price. But this is not a loss. This is a correction. When you begin to understand the economics of disrespect, you stop taking it personally. You stop crying about why they are so mean. You realize it is just business. They are buying at the price you set. So, how do we raise the price? We do not raise the price by shouting, I am valuable, respect me. A king does not scream, I am the king. We raise the price by creating scarcity. We raise the price by showing them the one thing they fear most. We show them your back. But there is a trap here. A trap that catches 90% of men who try to leave. You know you should leave. You know the price is too low. But you cannot do it. Why? Because you are addicted to the closure. You are addicted to the fantasy that one day they will wake up and say, I'm sorry. This is the addiction to closure. And we must break it before you can take a single step. You know the price is too low. You know they are disrespectful. You know you should have walked away 3 months ago or 3 years ago. So, why are you still sitting at the table? It is not because you are weak. It is because you are addicted to a dangerous drug called closure. You are telling yourself a lie. The lie sounds like this. I will leave, but first, I need them to understand what they did to me. I need to have one last conversation. I need to hear them say, I'm sorry. You are waiting for the movie ending. You are waiting for the moment where the villain realizes his mistake, falls to his knees, and begs for forgiveness. You want the moral victory. I have to be the one to tell you this, because your friends will not. That movie is never going to happen. You are suffering from the sunk cost fallacy. Imagine a gambler in a casino. He sits at the slot machine. He has already lost $10,000. He is tired. He is broke. But he keeps pulling the lever. Why? He says, I have put so much money into this machine. It has to pay out soon. If I leave now, I lose everything. I need to win it back. In relationships, whether romantic, family, or business, your time is the money. You have invested 5 years. You have invested your tears. You have invested your youth. And your ego screams, if I walk away now without an apology, those 5 years were wasted. I was a fool. So you stay. You keep pulling the lever. You keep arguing. You keep trying to fix them. You are trying to win back your investment. But here is the cold truth of the casino. The house always wins. The machine is rigged. The person who disrespects you is not a broken machine that needs fixing. They are functioning exactly as they intend to. They are getting your attention. They are getting your energy. By staying to fight for closure, you are not winning your investment back. You are simply losing more chips. You are throwing good years after bad years. You treat these arguments like a courtroom. You prepare your evidence. You save the text messages. You memorize the dates. You formulate the perfect logical argument. You think, if I just explain it clearly enough, the judge will see that I am right, and they will be sentenced to apologize. But there is no judge. And the person you are arguing with, they are not interested in the truth. They are interested in winning. When you present your evidence, they do not say, "Oh, you are right." They say, "You are too sensitive." They say, "That never happened." They say, "You are crazy." They change the rules of the game. And because you are addicted to being understood, you get frustrated. You scream, you cry, and in that moment, they smirk. Because now you look like the crazy one. You wanted justice. They wanted a reaction. You lost. They won. The most dangerous thing in a toxic dynamic is not the hate, it is the hope. Hope is usually a virtue. But in this context, hope is a poison. You are holding a piece of burning coal in your hand, hoping that it will eventually turn into a diamond. It will not turn into a diamond. It will only burn your hand down to the bone. You are hoping they will return to the person they were in the beginning. The love bombing phase, the honeymoon phase. You need to understand, that person never existed. That was a mask. That was the sales pitch to get you to buy the product. The person disrespecting you right now. The person ignoring you. The person lying to you. That is who they are. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. So how do you escape this trap? You must redefine what closure means. Closure is not something they give you. Closure is not an apology. Closure is not them admitting they were wrong. Closure is not a mutual agreement to end things. Closure is the steel door you slam shut on the past. Closure is you accepting that you will never be understood by them. Closure is you accepting that you will be the villain in their story. Let them tell people you were the problem. Let them tell people you were crazy. The lion does not care about the opinion of the sheep. You do not need their permission to leave. You do not need their understanding to heal. The only validation you need is the peace you feel when you finally stop fighting a war that cannot be won. You must accept the loss of the investment. Yes, you lost 5 years. Do not lose 5 years and 1 day. Cut the arm to save the body. This requires a shift in your identity. You must move from the identity of the lawyer who seeks justice to the identity of the Ronin, the masterless samurai. The Ronin does not argue with the wind. He adjusts his sails and moves on. But how? How do you actually execute this? Because walking away is not just leaving. If you leave physically but keep checking their Instagram, you haven't left. You are just a ghost haunting your own grave. We need a method, a tactical protocol to sever the connection completely, physically, digitally, and spiritually. We need a blade sharp enough to cut the cord in one strike. We call this the Guillotine Method. We have established that you must leave. We have established that closure is a myth. Now, we must discuss execution. Most people do not know how to walk away. They know how to drift away. They know how to fade away. Or worse, they know how to make a scene about going away. They threaten. If you do this one more time, I'm leaving. They negotiate. I need space for a few days. They bargain. This is not walking away. This is begging for change. And because you are begging, you still look weak. The method we use in the dojo of life is the guillotine method. Why a guillotine? Because a guillotine does not hesitate. It does not saw back and forth. It does not pause halfway down. Gravity takes over. The blade falls, the connection is severed. Instant, clean, final. It sounds cruel. But in medicine, a clean amputation is better than a gangrenous limb that rots the whole body slowly. You are not being cruel to them. You are being kind to your future self. Rule number 1. The silence of the blade. The first rule of the guillotine is never announce the execution. Do not post a quote on Instagram about fake friends. Do not send a long text message detailing your grievances. Do not tell them, "I am done with you." Why? Because an announcement is an invitation for a debate. If you say, "I am leaving," they will say, "Why? Let's talk. You are overreacting." And suddenly, you are back in the courtroom. You are back in the game. The true master disappears like smoke. One day you are there. The next day you are gone. They reach for you, and they grasp only air. This creates shock. This creates mystery. And most importantly, it gives them zero data to work with. They cannot argue with silence. Rule number 2. Identify the protocol, soft versus hard. Not every situation allows you to vanish completely. You must choose your blade. Scenario A, the soft walk, the gray rock. Use this for bosses, co-workers, or family members you cannot legally or physically remove from your life yet. You cannot block your boss, but you can starve him. We call this the gray rock method. You become as boring, unreactive, and solid as a gray rock. When they try to provoke you, I see. When they try to guilt trip you, okay. When they try to get an emotional rise out of you, understood. You stop offering information. You stop smiling to please them. You stop engaging in their drama. You become functional, polite, and completely dead inside regarding them. You remove the flavor. A vampire cannot drink from a rock. Eventually, they will get bored and move on to a juicier victim. Scenario B, the hard walk, no contact. Use this for romantic partners, fake friends, or anyone who does not live in your house or sign your paycheck. This is the nuclear option. This is the guillotine. No contact means no contact. It does not mean I will block them, but I will check their profile from a fake account. It does not mean I will keep their number just in case of an emergency. It does not mean I will ask our mutual friends how they are doing. It means you kill the digital version of them. Block the number, block the social media, delete the photos, throw away the gifts. But Shi Heng Yi, isn't that immature? Isn't that petty? No, it is quarantine. You are recovering from a virus. If you keep a sample of the virus in your pocket, you will get sick again. You block them not to punish them. You block them to protect your focus. Every time you see their face, your brain releases cortisol. You re-traumatize yourself. You reset the clock on your healing. You must create a sanctuary of peace where their name does not exist. Rule number 3, surviving the withdrawal, the internal war. Here is what will happen when you drop the guillotine. For the first 24 hours, you will feel strong. You will feel like a warrior. But around day 3 or day 7, the adrenaline will fade and the withdrawal will hit. Your brain is addicted to the drama. Your brain misses the highs and the lows. You will feel a physical urge to reach out. Maybe I was too harsh. Maybe I should just check if they are okay. I just want to see if they miss me. This is the siren calling the sailor to the rocks. Do not listen. When this urge hits, and it will hit, you must transmute it. Do not sit on the couch fighting the urge mentally. You will lose. Move the body. Every time you want to text them, do 20 push-ups. Every time you want to stalk their profile, read 5 pages of a book. Every time you feel the grief, go for a run until your lungs burn. You are taking that emotional energy and turning it into muscle, into knowledge, into endurance. You are building the new you on the ashes of the old relationship. Rule number 4. The flying monkeys be prepared for the proxy war. When a toxic person realizes they cannot reach you, they will send messengers, mutual friends, family members. Hey, she is really sad. She just wants to talk. Hey, he said he's sorry. He wants you to unblock him. These people are called flying monkeys from The Wizard of Oz. They are the witch's henchmen. They might have good intentions, but they are being used as weapons against your peace. Do not debate them. Do not explain your side to them. Simply say, I have made my decision for my own health. I am not discussing this further. If you value our friendship, let's talk about something else. If they persist, you might have to walk away from them too. The guillotine must be sharp enough to cut through anything that threatens your sovereignty. This part is painful. It feels like you are amputating a part of yourself. But remember, the lizard cuts off its own tail to escape the predator. The tail grows back. The lizard lives. If the lizard tries to save the tail, the lizard dies. Cut the tail. Live. And once you have done this, once you have successfully removed your presence from their life, something fascinating happens. The dynamic flips. You were the victim. Now, you become the ghost. And for the person who disrespected you, the real punishment begins. You have dropped the blade. You have entered the silence. You are enduring the withdrawal. Now let me tell you what is happening on the other side of the wall. You think they are celebrating? You think they are happy you are gone? No. Nature abhors a vacuum. And you have just created a massive, terrifying vacuum in their life. For months or years, you were their source of supply. You were their punching bag. You were their audience. You were the mirror that reflected their ego. Even when you were arguing with them, you were validating their importance. You were telling them, you matter enough for me to scream at. But now, silence. Total, absolute, deafening silence. This is the punishment of absence. When a toxic person loses their supply, they experience what psychologists call a narcissistic collapse. They look in the mirror, and without you there to react to them, they see nothing. They see their own emptiness. They start to panic. Why isn't he calling? Why isn't she fighting back? Does he not care anymore? Your silence is forcing them to face the one thing they have been running from their entire lives: themselves. The hoovering phase, the trap. Be very careful now, because when they feel this panic, they will try to fix it. They will not fix it by changing. They will fix it by trying to suck you back in. This is called hoovering, like the vacuum cleaner. They will send a text. It will not be an apology. It will be something casual, designed to test the waters. Hey, I saw this and thought of you. I miss our talks. Are you mad at me? Or, if they are aggressive, they will try to provoke you. Wow, so you're just ignoring me now? Mature. Do not take the bait. This is not them missing you. This is a drug addict looking for a fix. They are shaking the vending machine to see if a free soda falls out. If you reply, even one word, you lose. If you say, leave me alone, you lose. Because you gave them a reaction. You showed them you are still listening. The only winning move is indifference. You must treat their attempts to reach you like spam email. You do not read spam. You do not argue with spam. You delete it. The ultimate victory. The moment of total victory comes when they realize that your silence is not a tactic. They realize you are not playing hard to get. They realize you are not punishing them to get an apology. They realize that you have simply moved on. They realize that they no longer exist in your reality. This is the death blow to the ego. Being hated is better than being forgotten. Hate is passion. Indifference is death. By walking away and never looking back, you become a ghost in their life. You become the one that got away. They will compare every future person to you. They will wonder for years what you are doing. They will stalk your silence, looking for a clue. But you will not even know, because you will be too busy building your empire. We have reached the end of the lesson. We started with the fire of disrespect. We walked through the addiction of closure. We dropped the guillotine, and we watched the dust settle. Now you stand alone, and for the first time in a long time, the air is clean. Some of you are afraid of this solitude. You look at the empty chair where that person used to sit, and you feel sad. Do not be sad. That empty chair is not a tragedy. It is a throne. You have reclaimed the territory of your soul. You have evicted the squatters who were living rent-free in your mind. You have proven to yourself that you possess the highest virtue of a master: self-respect. Self-respect is a gated community. Not everyone gets a key. If they break the windows, they get evicted. If they trash the furniture, they get evicted. And once they are out, the gate stays locked. Do not lower the price of admission ever again. Keep the price high, because the people who can afford the price, the people who value loyalty, who value honor, who value you, they are out there. But they cannot come in until you clear the room of the trash. You have done the hard work. You have walked through the fire. Now walk forward. I do not ask for your like. I do not ask for your subscription. Those are just numbers. I ask for your honor. If you have understood the lesson, if you are ready to cut the cord, if you are ready to punish disrespect with the deafening roar of your silence, then seal this contract. Leave your mark in the darkness below. 4 words. A code among those who know the power of walking away. Write, I walk alone. And then close this video and do not say a word. Ami tuofo.